Listeners be advised. The Soliloquy podcast discuss matters related to the human experience and many that are sexual in nature. Due to this, some conversations may surround triggering topics such as sexual violence, self-harm, abuse, and much more. Please be advised, a list of crisis and psychological resources will be available in the show notes of this episode. With that said, let's get started with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please as we go through the following safety instructions.
In the event that there is a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will drop from the overhead. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Breathe normally as oxygen is flowing even if the mask is not inflated. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Soliloquy podcast, where we step out and speak on sexuality. This is your favorite host, Vernon T. Scott, also known as Slaytor Jackson, and for you freaky motherfuckers out there, Sebastian Adams. So on today's episode, I just want to caress your dark chocolate skin, have it rub on my body and feel it. And if you're feeling a little bit uneasy, that's how I feel whenever it comes to black fetishization, because that's a topic of discussion today. And coming back onto the damn podcast for season 2, her first episode or his first episode. I don't know how the fuck this motherfucker's feeling today. It's always Zaddy though. It's always Daddy. It's Adrian, y'all. Hey, Adrian, how you do, boo?
What's up? I'm here. That's how I do.
Since it's your first time back, do you want to reintroduce yourself or anything like that? Because if you don't want to, just tell these bitches to go back to last season, because you did what needed to be done, like always.
Yeah, we're gonna do that option. I'm a friend of the show.
A friend that we all love. Like, if you don't know Adrian, that's your fault. That is all your fault. I'm sorry for you. All the damn episodes, y'all. All the damn episodes. You don't even have to go that far. Like, Adrian is like, just catch up, people. Like, if you go to the beginning of the podcast, like episode 3 is Adrian, if I'm not mistaken. It's either Adrian or Hakeem. Oh my god, I need to know this shit. If you go back to season 1 and just like pick a random episode, you might end up on Adrian, literally, because the bitch has been on here for like multiple episodes. That's something like
sprinkle.
Sprinkle. Blessing the motherfuckers. So we are talking about black fetishization, and y'all, there's no like any necessary order of what we're talking about, because we're talking about our own personal experiences today. So Adrian, would you like to go ahead and start it off, or do you want me to?
I got you.
All right.
So I guess my first experience with black fetishization would be when I dated a white girl. And, it was, I think I talked about it before, but yeah.
The Releasing the Load episode, Rebecca.
Oh, no.
Not her? Oh, no.
No.
Someone else.
This is a private one. Yeah. So, up until that point, I had never dated outside of my race. So, when she expressed interest, and I also reciprocated that interest, things became whatever they were. And so, kicking it or whatever, of course, at some point we're going to touch our parts. So,
not touch parts.
So, we started having like a sexual component in the relationship, and I will never fucking forget, I'm stroking or whatever, and she was like, yeah, put that black dick in me, and I was like, what? why you had to say black? Like, did you think that was sexy? Like, you're white. I didn't say give me that white ass pussy. Like, it was startling, but I'm the type of nigga, like, I'm trying to get to the nut. So I ain't address it because I'm balls deep. I don't have time to be like, hey, wait a minute, let's unpack this. But
Exactly.
it did make me feel away. But I kept fucking with it, so it is what it is. I let the ancestors
Not you let the ancestors down. Maybe it was one of those, okay, we still with you. We just cannot protect you as much because you're choosing this.
Yeah, yeah, definitely giving all of that. Like it was the blue eyes. I'm a sucker for some blue ass eyes.
I'm done. But I get you. I get you. Like I know, like I would say my first experience with being fetishized was not even anything sexual, but it was
Mm.
just the ask that was like really make me very uncomfortable. And it was like, hey, I want to see that black dick of yours, or well, that black cock.
Okay, first of all,
Y'all
let's
know how I feel
just
about that.
real quick pause. Like niggas do not have cocks, okay?
We don't,
They don't have cocks. They
I
have dick. Dick. If it's black, it's dick. All
it's
right.
dick. And
It could even be a Peter whacker. It is
not a
not a
Peter
cock.
Wack. The crazy thing is like this is how I decipher between is this person worth me fucking with or not? Most definitely if they're black. If they call their dick a cock when they're talking to me, meaning another black person, and I'm just like, either you are one of them, or you are one of these people who just been raised around a lot of white people and you just got so used to that language, so you're just saying cock. If you're one of
When I
them, definitely don't want you.
when I hear cock, I think you're an op. Like I think you're a fucking op.
Exactly, exactly. And
And I
then
want nothing to do with you.
And then the other thought that comes to mind, I'm like, this has to be somebody that's perpetrating as a black person on this damn app.
Hmm.
I don't want this. Um,
Right.
who like did you not do your research? Like just because the culture that we live in, this white hegemony that we live in, has BBC black big black cock and all this other shit, doesn't mean that the identity of blackness is saying the same thing. We're over here with dick, y'all. It's filled as dick. Take this dick. It's all about the dick. What the hell is
Or
a cock
Peter
to do to do?
Whacker.
A penis, bitch. We say penis before we say dick. Well, penis, but penis before we say dick. I mean cock. Okay.
We don't say it. Okay. And also, not only do I feel like you're up, I feel like you were trying to like whitewash my culture. Basically, I feel that black culture is the phrase that sums up black culture is if you know, you know. We
Mm-hmm.
have so many traditions and colloquial terms and just things that we do as a people that you just only know because you're inherently a black person. You will
Facts.
never know if you are not black. You just won't know. Or if you do not, or if you're not adjacent or, in close contact with a black person. And if I have close contact, like you can have black friends and still not know
Like
because
we're
we
not
don't just give that out.
like let's not even answer this on the podcast, but this is one of those moments. If you are in a crowd and everybody is running, or actually if you're outside and you see at least 10 people running your direction, what do? We're not answering this here because I know you know the answer, but if you do not know the answer to that question, look, you're op. That's all I'm saying. That is it. you, you're not somebody I
You
could be trusted to be around.
nope, nope, pass.
It's just one of those things. If you know, you know.
Yep.
But like it's whenever I even look into like on gay apps specifically, and I see other black men using BBC, I'm just like, I get that this is because it is the popular term when it comes to how we are supposed, and I use suppose and like literally emphasize that, supposed to express ourselves sexually in order
Mm-hmm.
to fit into this culture that we are in. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm also like, we don't have to do that. We don't
Right.
have to subscribe to the title of BBC, regardless of if you have a big black dick or not. We don't have to subscribe to that. We don't have to sexualize our bodies just so that we can market ourselves in the lens of whiteness. And that's the thing that really bothers me when I do get on these apps, because why is it that you have to advertise BBC? Why is it that you have to, even if you, okay, I'm okay with the BBD though, because I'm just like, you stand out a little bit more than these other motherfuckers because you understand what the end of that word is supposed to be. But at the same time, it's still just a playoff of that same big black appendage. That's that fetishization of the black dick that really, it just bothers me, because we're more than just our dicks. We're more than how big it is, how small it is, or whatever it is. You have so many young black men who are envious of other people's sizes, is because we're taught that all black men are supposed to have these huge ass dicks in our pants. And it's like, that should not be something a young person is feeling like embarrassed about, or have some kind of form some kind of depression over, because they're not fitting the stereotype that their blackness is connected to the size of their dick. That's very is very unfortunate and inappropriate for young black boys to have to experience things like that. And I'm saying that as a young, like at one point being a young black boy who was thinking about, oh, is my dick going to be big enough so that I am not ostracized, that I'm not looked down on because it's not a certain size? Like, how big is my dick going to get? Is it going to get bigger? Not saying that I'm not okay with my size now, because I am. But it's like, these are the thoughts that I had to think about because of this idea, this stereotype that we're making because we sexualize black men. And let's not even go on to, like, well, we can definitely go into it, but the sexualization of black women too. Like, these are the things that we have to engage in on a regular basis at a young age, and we barely even know what sex is.
And I will say, like, even, speaking to like the feminization and sexualization of black women, I do find it kind of interesting as someone who engages in both arenas, that so men, are very much the criticism for you guys is the size of your penis, right? That doesn't really translate to women. Like, no one ever gets coochie shamed. Like, it's not like, oh, you got a little coochie, you got a big coochie. Like, it's never that for us. So I think that's kind of a bright side and a silver lining in that. But at the same time, you still can experience coochie shame because, like, oh, your pussy doesn't get wet enough, or or there's an odor, or there's it's too tight, too loose. Like, we don't have per se the stigma on size, but definitely performance and experience always come into play, and or can be problematic if you don't know how to navigate those tropes.
You're right. You're right. Like, I think of the many times I've seen different people talking about, oh, you just have a loose pussy and all this other stuff, and that's supposed to be extremely bad, or oh, these bitches out here are dry as fuck. Like, or is it that you're not arousing this person enough, or
Thank
is it
you.
that you're just not using lube? Because people use fucking lube. Like, if you have an issue with dryness, what is lube? Wet as fuck. Like,
and and vaginas are not created equal, as are
exactly.
penises. So I've had partners that got them super soakers, like bam bam boom, I don't really have to do much, we ready to go. And then I have partners that even with all of the machismo and sexual energy I throw at them, we're gonna need a little help. We're gonna need a little help, and it's not an issue. Like, I mean, either way, I'm gonna come.
The Holiloquy podcast focuses on the variability of sexual expression. When it comes to sexual expression, we often depend on pornography to illustrate how one must perform sexually. For those who have not learned this by now, the stuff you see in porn is not real. Pornography provides a singular perspective of sexual expression that is not often the reality we see during our own sexual encounters. The Holiloquy podcast is a conversation that takes you outside of the compressed box of what many know about sex. Some of the topics we discuss includes kinks, condom usage, status disclosure, and past sexual experiences. The Soliloquy podcast steps out on sexual norms and recognizes that the norm is not the only normal. Subscribe today and join the conversation.
We're gonna need a little help, and it's not an issue. Like, I mean, either way, I'm a comes, but it's just the fact of you have to know the person that you're fucking, like, and not know them like, oh, social security number, your favorite color, all that shit. You don't have to know those things, but you have to understand like the body that you are experiencing and tailor your experience to that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had something funny happen though, like. So, just a quick story time. So, uh, hey, you longtime listeners, Adrian is single. Yes, I'm not married. I did not go down that path. It's its own issue. We might talk about it on here one day, but I'm in these streets, y'all. So, as a bachelor, I'm out here and I have been fucking this one girl, and like I said, she's one that needs a little bit of help. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of help when it's time to get down to it. She's just not that wet. It's nothing on me. It's just she's always been that way. And so we've been kicking it for a while, long term, and then I went, and I doubled back. Spun the block, and I was like, "Oh, I ain't got no lube." And she was like, "Don't ever fucking play me, nigga. We never needed it, and you know that." And I was just like, "Oops, oops, you right? I forgot. Wrong bitch."
Not wrong bitch.
So you got to be mindful of who you're doing.
You're right though.
Can't keep that in. That's what makes the experience.
But like you're so fucking right. And look, I always keep emergency lube regardless. But
Yes.
like you really do have to know who the fuck you're fucking around with most of the time. Like actually all the time. Because even if you are out in these streets, the pussy that you just had is not going to be the next. Of course I'm not saying like it's not going to be recurring, but like next person is not going to be the same pussy. The same thing with ass, the same with dick. We all have different stroke games. We have different things that we like in terms of our pleasure. And I hope and pray we get to a point in this damn society, well, at least as a community, because look, fuck the broader society at this point, but as a community, that we're more willing to really have those engaging conversations about, hey, this is what I'm into. What are you into? Like, how do you like your pussy ate? How do you like your ass ate? How do you like your dick sucked? How do you like to fuck? What kind of things are you into choking? Are you against choking? If I were to slap you on your ass, are you going to have a traumatic event and that's just going to ruin the sex for both of us? Or will you be fine with that happening? Let's have these conversations because we cannot continue to treat every single person, every body that we engage in as the exact same. Yeah, our bodies on some level do function the same way, but we experiences our pleasures a lot different because of what our genetics, our exposures, our interactions in the past, the spots that we learned are great for us, the ones that we don't, we learned that are not good for us. Look, there's a possibility you stumped your toe when you was 6 years old, and ever since you did that, it fucked up your big toe for a little while. Now, every time somebody kiss it, you remember that pain, so you don't want anybody to touch that shit. Perfect fine. The big toe is your toes, your feet in general, very sensual places, but don't touch that big toe because if you do that, my mood is fucked up. So like we have to be in a space where we can have these conversations. And I think when it comes to, just to bring things a little bit, back to fetishization, we tend to like remove all of that because the person that we're engaging in, they're not a person. They are the object that I'm choosing to fuck. That they are fulfilling the desire of my wishes. So I have the BBC in the room so it can fuck me fuck it, whatever the case is, but it's that object that's here. I have that big booty black woman in the room so I can indulge her however I want to. Sorry, not even her, indulge it as in her booty however I want to. and continue on my way and don't see the booty, the dick, whatever the case is, as a part of a human being.
Right. So fetishization, in your opinion, is inherently a no-no.
Mm, I agree with that. Like I know there's some people, the ops, who are all in they're into it. I'm good. I'm happy for them to be into that kind of thing. Just make sure you be out there volunteering yourself as tribute so that other people who are not willing and wanting to be fetishized have to experience this shit. If that means you have to be for the community, then be for the motherfucking community. Let everybody know fetishize me. Put that as your profile name, whatever the case is. I will be your BBC. I will be your black pussy woman. I will be that big black ass for you. I will be the black body worship for you. Okay, I might be into a little bit of body worship. It depends. Just don't just like it depends. If it comes with a massage, bitch, it's a free massage. I will put that out there. So I will volunteer as tribute for the free massages.
Right.
But the other stuff, no. It's just makes me very uncomfortable.
Right. And sex, as we learned in season one, should be many things, but uncomfortable? No.
Exactly. And I don't think oh yeah, that the BBC thing is like the my very first like experience of being fetishized.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will say that I've experienced someone like actually engaging in sex where they like you were saying fuck me with that black dick.
Mm-hmm.
But I did experience things similar to that. It's like, oh, I cannot wait to be all inside of your black ass and fill you with. And I'm like, okay, first and foremost, I do condoms only. Ain't no feeling over here. I'm not a TV. We not doing that. Like, I don't know, it's not hostess, bitch. This is Vernon. We
Mm.
not. We are not. This is not a cream field. Not a damn. We are not. But like, no, like, can't just approach me like I'm a person. Okay, it's not that hard.
Right.
Any other experiences that you've had over the years?
So like with mine are pretty much around dicks because like for me, whenever I do have a new lady or whatever, we go pick it together.
Hmm.
And so they come in all kind of colors and sizes and all of that. And again, with a white partner, there was like it was called I'll never forget it. It was called the Average Joe. You could probably find it in stores today, but it's the Average Joe, and they have like different names. Like the black guy is Daryl, and
Mm,
the white guy is Mark, and then I think there's a Hispanic dude named Miguel. Like, so it comes in different color shades. So I had picked up Daryl, and she was like, "Oh man, what about like why don't we?" Oh no, I had picked up Daryl. I put it down, and I was like, "Miguel seems like more your vibe, like as far as function and shape and shit like that." And she was like, "No, you gotta get Daryl. Like, that's weird. Like, how you gonna be black and your dick be white?" And I was just like, "It ain't even a real dick. Like, if we just gonna be honest, it's it's not. It is serving the purpose of a penis, but it is not a penis, love. So what color? The color really doesn't matter in my mind."
yes.
But she was just like hard on, like it had to be Daryl, and I was just like, because it matched my skin, and I was just like, I guess like they were, there's no difference in price or whatever. So we brought Daryl home, but it's just the fact like she really was not going for it, and Daryl was a little too big for her at first. She had to get adjusted, and I feel like Miguel would have been just what she needed, but she had to go through it because she was hard bent on Adrian is black, therefore she needs a black dick to fuck my white ass.
That is like I kind of get it in terms of like in color matching, but even with that, the dildo is not going to really match your real skin tone. Like it's possible because I've seen it. It's very interesting. Like I've seen someone that's like our complexion and probably a little bit lighter, and they have like a legit pink tip.
Mm-hmm.
of their dick, or their dick kind of looks very light. It's very light compared to the rest of their body. And I'm just like, it is what it is. It's attached to them. So I'm not going to be like, why your dick is this color? It's just your body. Like, it is what
Yeah.
it is. But like, I would not. I don't see myself focusing so heavily on the color of a dick that I'm going to let that prevent comfort in my like, girl, you couldn't have just like, hey, let's start off with a little bit of Miguel after I warm up, then we could upgrade to a little bit of a Daryl because I don't know how you're gonna feel sometimes, Daryl needs to show the fuck up. Like, are you like what we're doing is like, give me some variety, bitch. Like, that's just
Mm-hmm.
weird behavior. That's that is very strange. Like, what if it was purple? Would purple dick not? Are you against purple people? That's interesting. That is very
And I
interesting.
will say, I have never been fetishized by my own people, which is normal.
I cannot say the same. It only happened once. It
Really?
only happened once. And I was just like, why are you saying this? But I don't think it was necessarily a fetish, but this person was living through a porn in their head.
Uh, oh, yeah.
And I've had, okay, on top of that, like, because it was more so, a black ass thing, but I've also had like experiences of like a couple, like, oh, you like this black dick? And I'm just like, why does black have to be here? Like, where are you
Right.
mentally? Like, you
See?
can't just
It's
ask, do
always
I like this
weird.
dick?
Yes.
Like, the answer will
Like
probably
you
be no,
black.
but
Like
right.
you gotta put it in there so heavy. Like, we know I'm black. Like you know and I know.
Like, look, we can literally be like nigga in the same room and nobody's going to get punched in the face. Like, that's how black we are. Like,
Right.
we're black on appearance. Like the fuck. Like,
So why do you say it? Like why? And I
like,
noticed niggas that don't fuck outside their race don't say that. Like niggas that only fuck black people, they just be like, take this dick. You want this dick? They might say it's big or
hmm,
it's gonna get you or whatever. But they never say black because they're fucking black people.
yeah,
But
that's
people,
interesting.
niggas that fuck outside their race, they're good for saying that shit. And I'm just like, now, bitch, come on.
Mm-mm.
You know I know you black, and I know you know I'm black. So why are you saying it? That's
Exactly.
fucking weird.
Don't be in my DM saying you want this black dick. What? Well, you already sent the picture that I didn't ask for, so I already know it's black. You could just like, you could just be like, actually, if you send it a picture, you can't just be like, you want this? Because now I know it's a dick.
unpopular,
I know it's black.
unpopular opinion. I am not against unsolicited
Oh my
nude
god,
photos. If
you
I
just
think
want to
you cute,
judge.
file attachments, me baby, send it to me, and I won't send it around. I won't. I'm just gonna keep it in my personal spank bank.
Oh. Not the spank
Adrian
bank.
loves unsolicited news because it turns my whole day around. I
Wait.
could be, chilling, working hard, really not feeling it, and then bing, file attachment, pretty pierced titties. Well,
Um.
hello,
Okay.
I'm
I will be okay with the pierced titty, like just hitting my DMs. That I'm okay with that. Feel free. Look, my IG, my Twitter,
here.
it is in the show notes. If you want to send pierced tits to me, I'm okay with that all the time, like literally all the time. And I'm not even that much of a tit man, but surprisingly, that really turns me on because of the metal. So yes, send
Yeah,
those.
I didn't even know I was into it until I experienced it, and I was just like, they're so pretty. Come
Exactly.
here, let me see it.
But you
I
said
love it.
something. You said something. If they're cute, you're okay with the dick pic. What if they don't send their face with it?
That body better be it. I'm sorry.
What if they don't send
and
their body?
and
Because you.
not even like the body per se. Like
Hmm.
it doesn't have to be traditional beauty standards. It has to be what I like.
Mm,
So, if I love me a BBW or BB
that's.
man,
Oh.
BBM. I don't know. I like big people. All right. I like people with some meat on them. I like something that I can just, I gotta use my legs if I'm gonna pick it up.
Hold on to it. Hold on to it. But
Yes.
like,
So that shit don't bother me. So some big ass titties with some back rolls come through my phone. I'm happy.
amen.
If a dick underneath, a pop belly pop up, what's going on? What you got going on? What's this?
And
Why
like
you send me this?
and that's the thing. Like the there's no artistry in dick pics, so it's just like just straight dick. And I'm like, ugh, what? Like I've seen some who's just like a full body picture, probably without their face in there, and they're just like, I'm here, my confidence. And I'm like, yes, that is how you do it.
Mhm.
You are making me want to fuck you because I love body. Like, give me body. Yes. But if it's just dick, I'm just like, I could find dick anywhere. I could just go to like Google and just say dick pics, and I could see everything that I want to see. And I can go
Make
to
sure you
Twitter.
turn safe search off.
Exactly. I could go to Twitter and just find any look on my free Twitter. Probably once a day, I find something that says, "Oh,
Twitter is
big
for
dick
porn.
thread." It is only for
Yes.
porn, and I'm like, I could find dick pics on Twitter and have over 600 I can look at. You think you sending me this random ass dick pic with no artistry is going to do anything for me? No, no, it's not. It's just going to be like, there's a dick in my phone. Okay, what else? Does it laugh? Does it giggle? Does it wiggle? What does it do? Like, it's a
Oh,
now. Okay, if someone sent you a wiggle pic, like a wiggle video, how would you react?
like when the dick be like bouncing and shit.
Uh-huh. You know the little
I love
this.
those.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all couldn't even see
Yes.
what I did, but
I love it. I be like, ooh, flip it,
look,
helicopter.
look, the
I don't know,
helicopter
like,
had a whole thread on Twitter one day.
I
I
love
was
it.
like, this
Like
is what
so
we
cute.
doing? This is what we doing. We're doing helicopters on now it's the ones who did it hands free that I was like, yeah. I was not expecting that, but I fucks
Mhm.
with it. This is a whole new thing. Like that's saying, oh, I have talent over here and I have length over here. I might even have girth over here. It's like you're trying to get fucked. And I'm like, okay.
I like, I love dick bouncing. Like when they make it just do dick ups, jumping jacks with your dick. That shit's so cool to me. I'm just like, how you are you thinking about it? Like, how you doing that? That's so interesting. Send me more. Like
Right.
that shit's cool, especially big dicks because it's like, okay, you got some strength. Gonna make that raise that big ass log. Get it?
Right. You know,
I admire it.
actually, I just thought about something. Because I'm thinking, like overseas travel and how that may play a role in fetishization. And I
Mm.
remember, and it's not necessarily myself fetishizing anybody, but the people themselves who are engaging with me, making themselves the fetish and thinking that's going to be the thing that turns me on. And
How so? Can you give an
specifically,
example?
there's an example. I've been hit on multiple times by different Jamaican men who's just like,
Mm.
you want this Jamaican dick, and I'm just like, fam, what's the difference between any other dick? Like,
Yeah.
I get there's some, who can really whine and all that other stuff. I see it. I'm like, okay, that looks great. That looks fun. Like in terms of dancing and whatnot, and but I'm not going to fetishize you solely because you're Jamaican. Like to me, I see someone that's in the diaspora. You're my black brother, you're my black sister, and all this other stuff. Just because you happen to have some spiciness to you and whatever that spice may be, it's not going to make me think of you any other way. I'm not going to want you differently compared to other people I find attractive. You're just someone I find attractive. That
Counter
mhm.
argument, just to
Okay,
play
okay,
devil's
I'm ready.
advocate. So, have you dated a Jamaican before, or like had sex with a Jamaican?
I have
And I
multiple
ask
times.
that because for me, when I hear, if I'm talking to a Caribbean individual and then she's like, "Oh, you want me to pop this poom poom on you?" I get excited as fuck. Why? Because I have a frame of reference for it.
Hmm.
That fetishization turns me on. It does what it came to do
I get
because I know what to expect. So that's why I was asking. But you just are a different type of mind in
it.
this world because you had the jerk chicken and it does not phase you.
Look, there's this dude that's here in Augusta who like I think is it was something he's a Haitian dude. And
Mhm.
he was like, "Oh yeah, you ever had Haitian before?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, Like I've had sex with Haitian dudes before, and he was like, "Well, what did you think?" I was like, "It was decent. Like it wasn't something that blew my mind." He was like, "Well, I'm going to be better than that," and I'm like, "Okay." We had sex, and I'm just like, "Sir."
Same. And
I'm like,
see, that's the fucking Ricky mistake. You never talk about what you're going to do. You do not set expectations because if you don't meet them, you will never live it down.
exactly. And I'm like, I come into sexual experiences with no expectation at all because I'm like, I don't want to disappoint myself and I don't want to have the other person disappointed. Like people ask
Mhm.
me often, so how good is it? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, it's decent. Like that's what else am I supposed to say? I'm going to rock
Not you
your
describing
world.
yourself like a used car.
And it is because
It's
little bitch,
decent.
this shit got mileage over here.
It's reliable. It gonna crank
Very
on the first
reliable.
crank every time.
Every time. Every time. But like, I'm like, what do you think? What do you want me to say? Oh, I'm going to rock your world, which is going to happen, but I'm not going to be like, I'm not
And
advertising
it's
that
even
because,
it's
oh,
even more fun with the surprise. Like I love setting the bar so fucking low. Like
oh
when
my
I talk
God.
about what's gonna happen, and then when I flip your ass upside down and fuck you on the wall, now you just like, oh shit, this nigga know what the fuck he doing. Yeah, I do. But why would I
Exactly.
tell you that?
Exactly.
I don't know you. I have to tailor the experience to you, and
Like,
it's so fun. I
there,
like to surprise you.
there's
Those are the only
literally
surprises I do like because I don't like surprises.
there's literally a reason why I would rather just tell people I'm like a sex educator rather than use the word sexpert because I don't want them to have too high of an expectation that I
Mhm.
can and will deliver upon, but I don't want you to expect that's going to happen because
Right, because if I don't like
sometimes
you, that's not even available to you.
exactly. I believe in providing like a quality sex to people on a regular
Hmm.
basis. However,
Hmm.
one, if I'm not in the mood
Yep.
and we hook up still because I'm like you keep asking and there's can always be a itch to be scratched. You're not getting
Hmm.
A quality. You might get C that night. And if you actually come over with some A quality, I might meet you to a good B.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm the same way with like for me it's fatigue because I work like long hours, and I do pretty strenuous work. Like I burn like 1,500 calories just going to work. So it's like if I'm tired, but I'm always horny. If you gonna give me something, I'm gonna take it. Whether I'm tired, hungry, dying, whatever, I'm gonna get in it. But like you said, the quality may not be there. I have given some sleepy dick. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's really been, missionary or she got to do all the work because a nigga tired. Okay,
Look,
that I've done it. I can admit it. I ain't gonna hold you. But when a nigga does have energy and strength and rest, I'm gonna take you to heaven. We're gonna talk to God real quick.
listen, my thing is if you if you can talk me out of my damn pants, like for real, if I come home from work and I'm just like, nah, I'm not really trying to have sex tonight. I'm not. I'm just going to lay down, watch some Netflix, and that's the mood I'm on. And you get me to a point that you're just like, and I'm like, if I want to fuck you, like I'm like, bitch, so you saying that you trying to come over here and hook up with me and you
Mhm.
bring in this certain type of energy to make me put
Right.
in the work to actually like fuck? You getting A. You getting A. You know what? I play Naruto. You getting S class that night. Like
Ooh. That's for
we,
our anime listeners. Hey, hey,
look,
we
you
like
don't know
it.
what the fuck you done
You in
did.
you in Naruto, I would say I'm food wars. Your clothes gonna pop the fuck off after one taste.
Listen. Be out here nude, like shiny body and everything flying in the air. Yes.
You a starfish. I
But
have
like that's
paralyzing pleasure.
look, if someone can do it, I'm just like, you put in the real effort, and I'm going to show up for you to make sure that you get the pleasure that you deserve because you did something there. Because not too many people will
Mhm.
make the hoe that is already in me and always alive as fuck step out and be like, hold up, You're trying to get all the hoe, like look, the entire experience of a hoe, like not the basic hoe, not the privileged hoe. You want the whole hoe. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. And free game, guys. If you want to fuck, go to her or him or them. Go to them. Because I'm telling you, a no can easily turn into a yes with the you gonna pull up. And to my carless brothers and sisters, sex might not need to be your focus right now. I'm not saying you can't have sex if you ain't got a car, but I'm saying you're gonna have more sex if you do have a car. So
Facts.
maybe work on that.
Work on that. Work on getting your own vehicle, as well as it doesn't have to be the best. It could just get you from point one to point two, A and B. That's all it needs to do. Get you
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Find yourself a secure location, meaning a actual home that you live in where you can either have guests over or actually find some place where you can have guests over. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
can host for other people to come to you and they got their own vehicle, the amount of sex that you can have. Oh my God.
My nigga, it is nothing like fucking in your own shit. Like it's so fun. And
So
it's
much
just like
fun.
I don't have to leave. I don't have to worry about being loud. I don't have to worry about nobody coming in on me. Like this
Mm,
is me.
this
I
is just
know
me.
everybody that's in here is supposed to be here. And I'm gonna go crazy.
Look, my favorite part is the fact that I don't have to go anywhere. Like I can close my door
Yes.
naked as hell and life is good because what? I'm just going to, wash myself off and get right back in bed and go to fucking sleep.
Mhm.
No
I
drives
walk
that
you
I have
to
to
the
do.
door, hit you with the get home safe, and I'm home. I'm already at home. I love it.
I love it so much. Oh my God. Oh my God.
But at
Like
the same time, everybody don't come to my house. Like that's a whole thing. Like you
that
have to
too.
be a certain caliber of person to be welcome in my space.
That part right there. Like I know the last time somebody like applied the energy that I really was looking for to like, be all the way up there was like it was a little bit, I don't know if it was before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, but it was around that time. But I wasn't sending nudes or anything like that because people had already pissed me off that day. So I was like, y'all don't deserve this beautiful body over here. But this
Mm,
somebody messaged me, they sent me their Facebook, and I was like, oh shit, you cute. Hold up. What you trying
mm.
to do? But I was like, you know what? Reel that hoe back in. Like you supposed to be taking your ass to sleep, not being a hoe. And then there was like, oh, can you send me a new pic? I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it because look, I'm not trying to waste my time, waste your time, and I'm of the mindset. If you really want to see my new body, you'll pull the fuck up. And this motherfucker
Mm.
was like, bet you said nothing but a word. And I was like, ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, I said nothing but a word. It's like, so I have, even was like, I got some things I got to handle right quick, but give me an hour and I'll hit you back up. I was like, whatever, whatever.
Mm.
Hour passed. So what's up? And I was like, ooh,
Oh,
so you
and
said
the
you try to come
delivery.
over? You try to come over for real? Oh yeah, I have to make this trip back to wherever he lives, about 2 hours away. But I just want to go ahead and scoop over there, see you, and then dip. Oh, it's like that. And oh my God, it was a good night. It was a good night. I ain't bring out the S class. It was definitely an A class that day. Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm, mm.
Okay.
God is good. Jesus.
Oh my God.
I had to sit in that moment for a little while. Just had to sit
I
in
see. I see.
We're supposed to be talking about fetishization. Lord,
My bad.
we good. Look. That's what happens on this podcast. It's a sex podcast. We talk about sex, and here we are. We're talking about sex. Look at it.
Yep.
Look at it. Whew, okay. Are there any other things as it relates to fetishization that you want to get off your chest before I close us out and go into some never have I ever?
I would say fetishization overall is a no-no. I would try to steer away from it, because it can be very off-putting to the subject, or even create a light that is, it'll portray you in a light that I don't think you would want to be seen in.
Mm,
So maybe lay off of it. I mean, if you just have to do it, if you only like big black dick and that's just your thing, don't say that. Keep that as a you and you conversation.
mm,
If you find out the dick ain't big or black enough, on to the next. You know what I'm saying? But like, don't that should you no one should know that but you.
exactly.
That put it that way. No one should know that but you. Same as, I mean, if you like white girls, if you want to play in the snow, I'm not saying be ashamed of it and hide it. If that's what you like, it's what you like. But don't go into that situation with, yeah, I like you because I like them pink titties. You know what I'm saying? Like that roast beef pussy. That's me. That's what. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Mm.
Keep that in your head.
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's the roast beef pussy from you, Lord.
Arby's ain't the only one that got the meats. Fuck you, Arby's. I got food poisoning. I'm on a no Arby's. The way who was we shitting on last season? It was some company, corporation that we just every time we just shat on them. It's Arby's this season. The bitch almost died. Fuck you, Arby's. Your mom's a hoe.
I quit. I quit.
You can't. You're the
He
host.
got
Yeah, and you got salmonella. Fuck y'all. Wash your fucking hands, Jorge. God damn it, that
Oh my
sign's not
God.
for decoration. Brooklyn, stop. Stop texting on the toilet.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I didn't ask for beef and cheddar with a side of intestinal distress.
Oh my God. Okay, I remembered who we were shitting on last season, and it was just the Supreme Court because fuck them. But Arby's for the win for season 2. Fuck Arby's.
Fuck Arby's. There
But
will be no peace.
for real,
We
I
don't
don't.
want your money. Don't sponsor us.
Not at all. Because look, I'm not an Arby's fan, and the reason why, because I don't really like seasoned fries that much. But I went there, and I tried their little their not pita bread, their Euro gyro,
That's what I
whichever
got
one.
sick from.
Oh
Don't eat
Lord,
that.
I actually had one of those. It was all right. It wasn't the
It's
best. It was.
it's wet in the dry places and dry in the wet places. It's a confusing meal, and I'm not leave that to the Greeks. Okay, Arby's, y'all don't need to do that. You know
You
what I'm
really
saying?
don't.
Olive Garden doesn't need to serve two-piece darks. That's not their market. Arby's, you don't need to serve your own. Okay,
Oh.
leave that to the Greeks. Greek people, I love you.
Oh my God, but
Opa! I'm with it.
but yeah, fuck Arby's. Like their seasoned fries, I think that I had like some nacho cheese on it. And I ate that. I was like, if I feel like I just threw up in my mouth just by putting this inside. And it was
Ooh.
just that disgusting. Like literally it reminded me of
Mhm.
when I last puked. And that's when I was just like, I cannot eat this place anymore. And that was my first time going.
You
And I
know,
was
throw up is the body's way of saying nope. That's all throw up is. It's just your body going, oh hell no.
You did too
Nope.
much. You did too
I
much.
didn't
Let's
sign
get
up
this
for
out.
this.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Everybody, the body is closed.
Look, all this liquor. Bitch, what you
Nope.
trying to do? Kill us?
We tried to tell your drunk ass to drink some fucking water, but no, you want to drink Everclear. Okay, it's gonna ever be up your throat right the fuck now. No, you will learn, bitch.
Look, honestly, because puking itself has, I think it's hydrochloric acid in it because
Yeah,
whatever the
because it
stomach
come from
acid
the
is,
stomach. Yeah,
that
hydrochloric
already
acid.
that already burns your throat by
Yep,
itself.
and eats away the enamel on your teeth. Shout out to
Exactly.
my anorexic friends. Don't throw up, bulimias.
Mm.
Chill out.
And so that plus Everclear, bitch, that coming back up your throat. Everclear is already hard going down,
First
and it
of
has to
all,
come back.
it's 2023. We are
Mm-mm.
about to be in our 30s. Stop it with the Everclear. We should not be drinking that. Graduate, please. Everclear is for college students, freshmen preferably.
Oh
It's
God.
not for you at your big
Don't do
age.
it. Don't do it, freshman. She is
Go
setting
get
you
some
up.
19. Go get some 1942. Sit your
Oh
old ass down.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Get some
Look,
tequila, some Casamigos. Okay.
it is Stella Rosa and Taylor Port. I did not think Taylor Port would be trending with the young people. And I was just like, how is this a trend? I love it because I love me some Taylor Port too. But the fact that it was trending so much that it was hard to find Taylor Port, I was pissed.
Oh,
Like y'all motherfuckers, go away. Don't be drinking this. You too young. This is for those adults who don't want to drink. It's like spend big money on some shit that will get them fucked up. Let us
if you
have our
don't
liquor.
have 50,000 plus in student loans, leave Taylor Port alone.
Leave it alone. Leave it
Not for
alone.
you.
It is
If
not for you. This is
you don't have
our
student loan debts, it's not your beverage.
this is our 13% that's actually 100% proof fucking liquor. Leave us alone. Let us be great.
Yes.
Cause that shit is way
Yep.
too strong to be 13. Cause I've had Stella Rosa. It's like
I
17,
think it's
7.5.
yeah.
And you could have two bottles of Stella and not even be as lit as one cup of fucking Taylor Port. That shit is not 13. You're lying on these bottles, and I appreciate the lie, okay? That's all I'm saying. We okay.
Shout out to Taylor Port. You can sponsor us. We're here for you, baby.
Yes, yes, girl. Feel free
Your
to
every desire will be fulfilled.
to Lord. To Lord, if you want to reach out to a motherfucker and say we want to sponsor you, I would advertise you on a regular basis. You
Hey
and Miss
Stella,
Rosa.
we talk about you so much, bitch. Why? Hello, where you at, Stella?
Girl,
We like you.
Stella, where you at? Like, I know, look, I don't need you to have a groove back or anything like that because you never lost the groove. But bitch, why you not
Mm-mm.
meeting up? Like, you
You're
know
a
we love
vibe,
you.
and we love you,
Miss
and you're
Stella,
cute. We're fun people.
look, we have a conversation about you on a regular basis because look, I love you, girl. You are my new best friend. So like, what's up? And Miss Taylor, she's just, I know she's new to my life, like within the last 3 years. But let her be let I want to be great with her, okay? Like we can all be great together. Okay, Miss Taylor and
Mhm.
Miss Stella, like let's get something going here. But anyways, never have I ever. So never have I ever used a sex swing.
Let's say who?
Swing.
I have not. I want to though. It looks like
Same.
fun.
Same. I haven't either. And I really do want to. Like the reason why I have not purchased one on my own because I'm just like, look, I'm a big dude. I'm not trying to do this math to build all this machinery. I need something already
Ah,
built and tested. And once I
yes.
find that, oh bitch, I'm strapping up. What's up?
For
Like,
me, it's kind of the same thing. Like I am not mechanically inclined when it comes to building furniture and things from scratch. Now, like cars, that's a different thing. I love
mm,
that shit. But like IKEA furniture and shit like that, no, hell no. It better be pre-assembled or I'm not finna fuck with it.
exactly. Exactly. Well, now that we did that, let's do would you rather.
Mhm.
Would you rather have sex with your partner all day long or have sex with your partner all night long? What? Either one of you having
So
sex,
day versus night.
right?
I would rather do. Ooh, that is confused. Okay, because if I say all day, then let's assume I slept all night, so I could fuck
Mm,
all day, but I won't get anything done for the day. Whereas if I fuck all night, I did everything during the day. Errands are run, job done. I could fuck all night, but then I wouldn't sleep, so I'd be tired the next day. This is
mm.
how you think about these questions when you're a millennial.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. I wasn't
um,
even thinking about that because I was about to say both of them. Now
I'm gonna
this is good.
say I'm gonna say fuck all day because I'm entering my soft era, and I'm getting to the point now where PTO will be used. Okay, if I wake
Yes.
up and I just don't want to fuck with y'all, I'm not coming. Like I've decided, I'm not coming. If my heart ain't in it, neither am I. So yes, I will fuck all day, call out of work, and recuperate.
I'm with you there because like I felt that because look, I'm calling out. It's just it is what it is. Like it's not that I don't like to work, but I like self-care so much more. And I'm going to
And
use
if
the
you want me
PTO.
here, you need to let me handle me. If
Exactly.
I cannot be here, if I'm no good to you if I show up today. Whereas if you let me do me when I come back tomorrow, you ain't gotta worry.
Not
You ain't even gotta worry.
not
This this
one
is
word.
this allows me to do the job you need me to do it the way that I do.
Exactly. I think for me, because I usually do like a good night session,
Mhm.
but I also do like sleep. And I wouldn't mind. Most definitely, like, let's say if it's not even a work day and
Mhm.
it's a day that I don't have anything really planned out. It's
Mhm.
just nothing but freedom. Oh yeah, I would
Mhm.
definitely fuck all day and then just sleep all
Mhm.
night. Like
Mhm.
let me sleep. Like when
Right.
I say I want you to put me to sleep, a nigga is damn near in a coma. Like don't touch me. Like, I don't want you to like touch my arm, anything like that. Try to nudge me to wake up. No, because this sleep is so good and I'm dreaming about the sex that we just had for that entire day. Like, that's how much I want to
Ooh.
have that. So, yeah, I would definitely do all day long, all day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, let me go ahead and rest that off because if it's all night, I already know as soon as the sun starts to come up, I'm waking up and I'm just gonna be tired and I'm like,
Mhm.
I only went to
Mhm.
sleep like an hour ago.
Right.
So yeah, all day long.
Yep.
Whew, so is there any last words that you would like to share with the audience before I close this out?
Nah, man. Like, guys, fetish, no. Have all the sex you can while you can. Do it safe and do it as much as time and safety and health will allow.
Amen to that. On that note, thank you so much, Adrian, for coming back onto the podcast because we missed you. We missed you
I
so
miss
much.
y'all. Same.
Oh,
Love it here.
look, we love you being here. Keep us happy, keep us joyful because Verta be on some depressing ass shit lately. So
Oh, Lord.
look, you bring joy. Um, but again, thank you so much to the listeners out there. Thank you all so much for listening to the Holy podcast where we step out and speak on sexuality. Just in case no one else told you this today, you are beautiful, you are worthy of happiness and joy, you are enough and then some. You may not live up to the expectations of others, but that is okay. You are only required to walk in your own shoes. May each day you live lead you towards abundance. With that said, love you all and see you next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Holiloquy podcast, where we step out and speak on sexuality. You can subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcasting app and find us on the web at www.holiloquy.com. That's www.heauxliloquy.com. Share the podcast with your friends and join the conversation.